The people of East Anglia have long made their living from the sea, and as you have seen from previous Halloween specials, there is no shortage of strange happenings that have occurred out to sea. From the supernatural storms caused by the vengeful spirits of drowned sailors to the bells of a long sunken city. But our tale today covers something being hauled from the deep itself that has led to a mystery that has never been really answered: the Orford Merman. The tale begins that in the late 12th century, during the reign of Henry II, a group of fishermen from Orford were at sea, pulling their nets in one evening, when they felt a heavy pulling from one of them. Pulling up the nets, instead of finding a huge catch for the day, they discovered what appeared to be a man. He was described as naked, extremely hairy, with a ragged beard and a bald spot on the top of his head. Not fish-tailed, as traditional mermen are described, but it is said later, in different reports, that he had webbed hands and webbed toes. He was also unable to talk, and could only make strange grunting noises. The fishermen brought him to shore to show him to the locals, who believed he was some kind of wild man, a legend that was very popular in Suffolk at the time, and carvings can be found in many churches and ancient buildings of them. In fact, this legend is sometimes called the Orford Wild Man. Upon their arrival on shore, the scared locals took this strange find quickly to the dungeons of the newly built Orford Castle, fearing that it may be in league with the devil due to its ability to swim, a theory that had many fishermen and sailors proud of their inability to swim at the time. The castle's custodian, Bartholomew de Granville, tried to communicate with this strange being, but had no success, and the creature showed no sign of being able to speak or even understanding him. But it wasn't long until the attitudes of the locals changed, and whatever patience they had for this creature soon waned. They demanded to know what it was and where it came from. Torture began due to its inability to answer, its silence taken for proof that it was indeed hiding something. It was hanged by its ankles, upside down for long periods of time, but it never spoke. He was dragged to the local church, St. Bartholomew, to see if he was a Christian, but showed no sign of understanding any form of religion, reinforcing the fear that he was some kind of devil or demon, and taken back to his cell, where the fruitless questioning and torture continued, with some now beginning to believe he may be in fact be the very devil himself. Despite everything being done to him, at no point did this merman become violent with the locals, remaining docile the whole time he was there. As time went on, the mermaid's captors seemed to grow fond of their prisoner, allowing him to go swimming in a nearby bay, where they had set 3 large nets across his mouth to stop it from escaping. But it soon became clear this creature could dive far deeper than their nets could go, coming up on the open side of it. But rather than making an escape, each time he would simply swim back into the bay when spotted, and go back to his cell when asked. But rather than some misguided innocence, the returning may have all been part of his plan. It didn't take long for those who were sent to guard him during his daily swim to become complacent with his little routine, and one day he simply dove under the nets and swam away to never be seen again. The length of his captivity lasts from about a week to 6 months, depending on the story. What this strange creature was, or if it even really existed, will never be known. But theories at the time ranged from a merman or wild man, as said before, to some kind of unknown creature from the depths, a demon or an evil spirit that had taken over the body of a drowned sailor, and even that he was a Frenchman. Nothing like him has ever been seen in this area since, not even in glimpses. So maybe, if there are others like him out there, he has informed them all to stay well away from the land due to the treatment he received. There have even been some who have claimed to see the creature's ghost around the castle at night. Today, it has truly entered Suffolk folklore, especially around Orford, where its image can be found all over, including the church where it was taken to see if it was Christian on top of their prayer cushions. In many other buildings also bear its mark and name. It is also the mascot of a local restaurant. There is even a monument to it in the market square. The contemporary thinking is, of course, this creature has no basis on fact and is simply a story was told on long winter nights to entertain. Though others have put forward a theory that it may have been a chimpanzee that fell overboard of a passing ship. Of course, this doesn't answer all of the strange questions around the creature, but as for physical descriptions, it matches them pretty well. The tale of the Orford Merman has been covered in numerous books from all angles, from the sceptical to those who believe in it, and has inspired several pieces of art. And a model that is believed to be based on what it looked like was created in the late 90s and stands in Orford Castle today. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Feel free to subscribe and like if you wish. This was the Orford Merman, and although a legend, it is a little bit of history.